Welcome to the State of the Market for Law Firm Sales in 7 minutes. My name is Jeremy Poock, and I lead Senior Attorney Match. In today's In 7 Minutes, we'll focus on how to purchase a law practice post-2020. So let's jump right into it. When it comes to purchasing a law practice, the first question is, okay, what's the value of what we're looking to purchase? And there are really five components when it comes to valuing a law firm post 2020. Those are the client list, the referral source list, the goodwill that a senior attorney and the senior attorney's law firm has developed over the course of a senior attorney's career. And by the way, a senior attorney is an attorney who's practiced more than 30 years. The subject matter knowledge that the senior attorney has developed over the course of his or her career, and the digital value that the firm and the attorney has developed. Taken together, those are the five value chips that comprise the value of a law firm post 2020. Next is, what are the benefits when it comes to acquiring a law practice post 2020? And there's really two benefits. First is what we call pure growth by acquisition. That is, if a growing law firm is practicing in, let's say, three different areas: estate planning, real estate, and business law, let's say, and a senior attorney led firm is practicing in those same three practice areas, in pure growth by acquisition, growing law firm purchases the senior attorney led firm. In addition, there is the cross-marketing opportunity. That is, that if the growing law firm is doing more than the practice areas than the senior attorney has traditionally done, and the senior attorney and senior attorney-led firm has traditionally been referring out matters outside of their common practice areas, then there's also cross-marketing opportunity to capture and really retain the services for those clients that the senior attorney had referred out for so many years. And the key benefits to growth by acquisition are the instant client growth, the combined workforce that senior attorneys present to growing firms, the marketing value, and the cumulative experience that senior attorneys provide. Next question is, all right, how much does this cost? When purchasing a law practice post 2020, what's the price? And we differentiate between law firm sales 1.0 and 2.0. Here in law firm sales 1.0, which is where we typically are in the early 2020s, this is based upon an earnout price where the primary value components are the senior attorney's client list and referral source list. Taken together, that is what we know as the book of business. We add to that goodwill, subject matter knowledge, and the digital value that a senior attorney presents. These five value chips. And the price for that is a combination of earnout payment terms plus integration costs. The earnout payment terms are really based upon, will that senior attorney's book of business, the clients and the referral sources, will those transition over time to the growing law firm? Hence, why these are structured in law firm sales 1.0. The purchase price is typically structured as an earnout payment in terms of growing law firm will purchase senior attorney's practice based upon a percentage of the collections on revenues derived from the client list and the referral source list, those primary value components paid out over the course of a number of years, and then plus the integration cost to integrate the senior attorney's practice into the growing law firm's practice. In law firm sales 2.0, which is what we're starting to see post 2020, the primary value components are changing a bit. That is, we're now adding into the primary value components not only the book of business, client list, and referral source list, but also the digital value and the brand awareness that law firms are starting to develop now that we are in the 3.0 digital era for law firms. And when we take those four value chips and add to those the additional value components of the goodwill and subject matter knowledge that senior attorneys and their practices present, then the price becomes a combination of fixed price plus earnout payment terms plus integration costs. So just to give a quick example, if a estate planning practice is no longer practicing as the surnames of its founders, but instead is practicing as, let's say, the Atlantic Estate Planning Group, Well, clients are going to be searching on Google, which, by the way, is becoming America's greatest referral source, for who is an estate planning attorney near me. And if they're seeing Atlantic Estate Planning Group, and Atlantic Estate Planning Group, let's say, has a number of reviews from their previous clients, well, guess what? They're going to get even more clients. And they're going to have analytics that can back up the fact that people are coming to Atlantic Estate Planning Group because they've got digital value, they've got brand awareness. A bank will be able to lend upon those analytics, and we are going to see more and more fixed pricing, upfront payments for the purchases of law firm sales going forward as the 2020s continue. In terms of the economic value to purchasing a law practice post 2020, what are the economics of growth by acquisition? Well, as you can see in this infographic, there are instant new revenues that come into firms when they purchase senior attorney led firms. There's instant client growth. Clients are and will be, always have been, the energy source for law firms. And when purchasing a law firm, instant new revenues come in from the clients of a senior attorney. Now, what is the expenses involved when it comes to acquiring a senior attorney-led firm? First expense is bringing in that new talent, new payroll costs, the earnout that is paid to a senior attorney for the benefit of having brought in those new clients to the growing law firm. In addition, there are onboarding costs. We're bringing in this talent. There are real costs involved with integrating a senior attorneys led firm into a growing law firm. And then the third expense, and this is an expense that many firms overlook, but they should really capitalize on. It is tremendous ROI on the marketing investment. Senior attorneys have tremendous cumulative experience and goodwill that they've developed over the course of their careers. And growing law firms recognize that by marketing those senior attorneys, having them introduce content into LinkedIn, introducing podcasts, introducing blogs, vlogs, and yes, lawyers will be on TikTok as well. So taken together, the economics of growth by acquisition, the financial benefit is that we have new revenues and new profits. And the good news for the growing law firms is that after 6 to 12 months, once those onboarding costs have gone away, then what we're left with is new revenues minus the expenses of the new talent and payroll costs, minus the marketing expenses that really is a worthwhile investment from an ROI standpoint. We're left with new revenues and new profits by growth by acquisition. So for today's buzzer beater, when we think about how to purchase a law practice post 2020, we start with what are the value points, really the value chips that senior attorney led firms present, which are those 5 value chips: client list, referral source list, goodwill, subject matter, knowledge, and the digital value that senior attorneys present. Then we think to ourselves, as a purchasing law firm, well, what are the benefits of acquiring a senior attorney led firm? There are 2 primary benefits. There is the pure growth by acquisition, adding on the practice areas that the senior attorney led firm has already been practicing, often for a generation. And then the cross marketing benefits of being able to cross market to those hundreds, often even thousands of clients that senior attorneys present to the firms that they join. And then in terms of how much does this cost? What's the purchase price? In Law Firm Sales 1.0, which we're primarily in here in the early 2020s, that cost consists of 2 primary value components: the client list and referral source list, plus the additional value components of the goodwill, subject matter knowledge, and the digital value, which winds up being a price of earnout payment terms plus integration costs. In Law Firm Sales 2.0, we're introducing new primary value components, which those two new components are the digital value and the brand awareness. And by developing the analytics that will come out of digital value and are coming out of digital value and brand awareness for law firms, we are seeing in Law Firm Sales 2.0, we will continue to see there will be fixed prices, upfront payments on law firm purchases, plus earnout terms and the integration costs. And then the economics of this. Why is this economically worthwhile to purchasing law firms to grow by acquisition? It's because we're adding revenues from the instant client growth that senior attorneys present, less the expenses of bringing in that new talent, onboarding that talent, and then the marketing investment for marketing the value that senior attorneys and their staffs present when they join growing law firms. And after that first 6 to 12 months, after the senior attorney and the senior attorney staff have integrated into a growing law firm, then what we have are revenues from that, from the clients of the senior attorney, less the expenses of the payroll, less the expenses of the marketing that growing law firm should really take advantage of. And that introduces those new revenues and new profits when growing law firms are purchasing law practices post 2020. And that is today's in 7 minutes, which really went far beyond 7 minutes today for the state of the market for law firm sales.